How do you punch a hole in Illustrator? Well, sounds simple because you just have to make an opacity mask. But what if you want to have a hole like this here? So this is a hole, but you can still edit the text and you get a different hole. Hello and welcome to the Vector Garden. In this video, we are going to create this kind of hole. And it's not just possible to make this with text. You can make that basically with all kind of objects. I'm going to start with that rectangle. And first of all, I'm going to go back to GPU preview. We're going to go back into the CPU preview later on, but for creating this, I just need it. And let's just put a text in here. The font is already there. So this is a script font, which gets interesting as well. Now I'm going to assign a different color, and then we need that outline. So in order to get that outline, and you see I want to move that transparent line away from the text, so I need to create a very special outline. Let's go to the appearance panel in window appearance, and in here now the text object is selected, so I'm going to apply the stroke to the text object. And you see two things, so it gets applied on top of everything, which is normal. And then also the outline looks pretty wild. Let's make it thicker first. And then in order to get these overlaps gone, you just need to move that below the characters and they are gone. So far for creating just normal outlines. And if you now want to make that transparent, you have to do some additional steps we are going to take a look at then just later. So first of all, let's just move that away. I'm going to Effect, Path, Offset Path, like this. Let's make that a little smaller. And you see, we've got the overlaps again. So first of all, we need them gone. And in order to do that, go to Effect, Pathfinder, Add, and then they are gone. So the Pathfinder is just on the stroke. And now we need that transparent. Let's go into the opacity here, which is just the opacity of the stroke, and set that to 0. Now, of course, the outline is gone because it's at 0% opacity. So let's now select those two, the background and the text, and I'm going to group them. And then for this group, go in here, which is the same as opening the transparency panel, and make a check mark into this. So this is now a knockout group. It looks pretty crappy. That's because of the GPU preview. So I'm just going to select this and move it behind here. So you see it's really a hole there. And also let's leave that here. And I'm going to the direct selection tool and select just this text object. If you do not offset the path, then this also works when you make it like this. Let's offset that again. And also, when we zoom in, you see it looks not very well. So if you go into preview and CPU, it's all fine. Let's just go back to the GPU preview. You can do that with all kinds of objects. Let's make another rectangle and let's put some just normal rectangles into this here. I'm going to change the color to red. And let's make another one. And I'm going to make that yellow. So now they are overlapping. So let's select the opacity of the stroke here. So just the stroke of that yellow one, and then the stroke of that red one. And then I'm going to group all of this again with a shortcut. And again, I'm going in here, turn on the knockout group like this. And let's move the blue one behind. See, it's transparent. And the nice thing here is this adapts. Pretty nice. And also if you change that rather wildly, and the overlapping stays. So that's a pretty nice trick. So these are knockout groups.